Hello, it's Bailey and welcome back to my channel. This is the second vlog for the first round of Jokes on Me, my TBR game in which I generate prompts and I read according to those prompts. I'm trying to get my TBR down. If you want to see the rules for the game, I will go ahead and link my announcement in the cards above, and there also now is a playlist, so I'll go ahead and link the whole playlist down below. In each vlog, I am flipping 3 cards. So in the first vlog, I flipped 3 cards, but I did end up reading 5 books and hauling 1 book. So my current TBR count now is, I believe, 118, 117. I should have counted. I'll have more accurate stats in some different video. But a few days ago now I did my card flips for this vlog, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert that here, and then I'll come back right now and tell you what books I have picked. Okay, so I haven't touched anything since I did my last card flips. All I did was put the cards I flipped on top of the deck, and this time I grabbed a goldfish as my game piece. We ended on lowest rated, and I'm currently trying to get around back to longest on shelf where I started. So 3 card flips. I'm hoping for less books needing to be read during this vlog than the last one. The last one, if you watch that, I had to read 5 books. So here we go. A 2, 1, 2, which is recent purchase. But I do, for a 2, I do the prompt twice. So I'll be doing 2 recent purchases. A jack, which means I will be picking a book to unhaul. And then another jack. So I'll be unhauling 2 books and reading 2 recent purchases. I can handle this. So I got recent purchase and I have to do it twice, and that's the only prompt I got for this round. So firstly, I am going to do my most recent purchase that I got to purchase in the first vlog, and my book of the month finally came, so I'm going to read Kiss Her Once for Me by Allison Cochran. I am very happy to be able to fit this in. Well, it is the season. It is a Christmas romance. It is sapphic, I believe. Our main character might actually be bisexual, so I'm very excited for this one and to just get to read something in the correct season. And then actually the other one I'm going to choose is something I was in the middle of when I decided to start this Jokes on Me journey, and I just figured I would continue it when it became available to continue. So I'm going to read The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. Like I said, I'm already in the middle of this. I'm starting at like 230 pages in. It's chunky, it's like 740 pages, but I just purchased this after I finished the second book, like a month or 2 ago. So this is also probably one of my most recent purchases. So those are the 2 books I am choosing to read to fulfill the prompts. Maybe today even I will go and look at my shelves for my unhaul prompts. But I did also already read my choice book for this vlog, and I read The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce. I read this as a buddy read with Martine and Ruby, and then Kayla kind of lurked because she's already read the book. But I had a really good time reading that, and I do think at some point we as a group would like to read the second book together. It was a really good thriller. It was something that kept me engaged while reading it. While the ending wasn't necessarily my favorite thing, the reading experience throughout the book was really good. So that's where we're at for the start of this vlog. Like I said, maybe today even will go ahead and look at what I want to choose to unhaul. I did decide to just come right up and assess the unhaul situation. And while the prompts or the card pulls are intended for me to take books off of my TBR, I do want to kind of challenge myself, so I'm going to take 2 books off of my TBR, as well as try to find 2 books on my red shelves to unhaul as well. So I did already go pull 2 from my TBR, firstly being The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. I think since getting this, I have heard like not the greatest things about this one, and it is fairly long. And realistically, if I ever did read this, I would listen to it on audiobook, so I'm willing to let this one go. And then the next one is one I had held on to when I bought out my competition with my used bookstore, and this was the one I thought would be useful to me, but realistically I'm probably not going to read it. It's information I can find online, and that is Growth Hacker Marketing by Ryan Holiday. So I'm letting those two go, but I haven't looked at my red shelves yet to know what I want to get rid of, so I'm going to do that quickly. This isn't about getting rid of books I didn't like. My entire shelves, I only keep books that I did like, but realistically, what am I not going to read again? And in my mind now, I also kind of work with like what would sell well for the store, what would I like to have in my stock to be able to pitch to somebody. So let's find two things. Okay, first thing I found is Broken by Karen Slaughter. Very shiny. There's gonna be a glare. This series has been hit or miss for me, more lately miss, and I haven't kept any of the other books in the series, so I don't know why this one is even still sitting on my shelf. So this one can go. And the other one I grabbed is The Darkest Corners by Kara Thomas. I do remember really liking this one. It is a YA thriller. Just realistically, I don't really have a desire to reread this. I don't remember much about it. So I don't think it needs to say. If it happened to come up on like me having to reread this, I think I would dread it a little, so I might as well get rid of it. So there's 4 books to get rid of. Hi. It's been a long time. I am checking into this vlog. It's been like a month since I started this one, and also I have some news that is going to explain where I've been. I've also said this in like 3 videos at this point, but I don't know what order those videos are going up in. So this might be the first time you're hearing this. This might be the 3rd time you're hearing this. But what happened is I'm having another baby. I am due August 1st, so it will be a July baby. But if you weren't around the last time I was pregnant, pregnancy doesn't like me. So I have not been feeling well at all for quite some time. I'm starting now to feel a little bit better, but that's kind of why I just completely ghosted. I definitely announced this project and then just like it kind of dipped. It probably feels like I didn't really follow through with it, but it is still what I'm doing. I just have not been reading that much at all. But I have updates pertinent to this vlog. So I did completely finish Kiss Her Once For Me by Alison Cochran. Thankfully to Martine, because she knew I was trying to read this and she was like, do you want to read it together? So that got me through this book for sure. I did give this 4.5 stars. I think in terms of a holiday romance, a holiday read, it was very good. Probably the best one I've read. There were little things about this story that bugged me, like the plot at times was a little bit too far-fetched. It feels like a Hallmark movie, but overall I was rooting for the couple. I did think they were really cute, and I thought the circumstances were funny. So if you need a holiday read now, or if you hold off on that until the holidays, this is the one I would choose for you at this point. I also have made quite a bit of progress in The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. I have just over 100 pages left now at this point, but there's not much I can say about this book. It's the 3rd book in a series. I will say just overall in this series, the political intrigue is just up there for me and I really enjoy it. In this one specifically, we're learning a lot more about how different species or different magical powers kind of work together or against each other, which I am finding very interesting. Like I said, I'm pretty close to the end, so there's a lot starting to happen at this point. I'm hoping to finish this in the next couple of days, so I will check in probably when I do that. And I'm sorry about these vlogs, but they should be coming swiftly now at this point. Like I said, I am feeling much better, so off I go. Hello. I did end up finishing The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, and I'm giving this one 3.5 stars. I do think that the ending was very good, and that's not why my rating for this one is the lowest in the series for me. I did give the first book 5 stars, the second book 4.5 I believe, and then this one 3.5. I do think my experience was probably hindered just by the way I read this. I read like a good chunk of it in the beginning and then set it down for quite some time and then picked it back up. And for me, while they're all long, this one felt just like unnecessarily long, and I was struggling more in the end. understanding how the magic or magic powers were interacting with each other, and I didn't quite feel that through the other books. So yeah, I'm landing on a 3.5 for the Hero of Ages, which does complete this vlog, episode 2, round 1 of Jokes on Me. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, honestly, over this last like month, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!